Hey, what's up everybody? Marcello here from Xtreme, and today we're going to be covering International Winter Sports 2002 for the Nintendo GameCube. So let's check out this intro video. Oh my gosh, how are you supposed to read what is flashing on the screen? So this is a game I remember picking up, much like our last episode where I covered Smash and Drive, and I was mentioning how that was a game I picked up for $10 back in the day. Similar scenario here. This happened to be a game that was like $10 early into the GameCube's life cycle. Decided to pick it up. There was just something about it that appealed to me. Now, I was never big into the international track and field games or things of that nature, but I decided to venture out something a little bit different back then, especially for the price, and I found myself really liking this game a lot. And it is a hard game, no question about it. But back then, I was really dedicated to trying to accomplish everything, and I did end up beating the entire game and unlocking all the special characters. There was a penguin, for example, you could unlock to use. I think it was a snowman also. So let's see. Yeah, so unfortunately I did lose my save data at one point, so I did lose that file unfortunately, but hey, we're going to take a stab at this again. So we're going to do the competition, championship mode rather. Trial mode is, you know, self-explanatory. You get to test out all the events, practice them, see how well you can do to prepare yourself for the championship mode, because championship mode is basically you get one shot at all the events, you can't screw it up. So well, what's nice is you can actually do two-player in the championship mode as well. Alright, so let's see. Alright, Filippo Basso. Now, this was my character. He's the most balanced out of everybody. The interesting thing here is that when I choose the character... Okay, I don't have the special outfit. When you choose the character, they try to mouth off to you, but there's no dialogue whatsoever. So my friends and I, we used to just try to basically voice over their their intro clip. All right, so let's see. What's the first event? Modules. Okay. Okay, I think I remember this one was just a matter of hitting left and right triggers at the right time, yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah, I don't remember any of the trick moves here. So this will be interesting. Now, the visuals in this game weren't bad, in my opinion, especially for early release. Character models are pretty decent. The game does run at a rock-solid 60 frames a second, which is really nice. And essential in a button-pressing game like this. Okay, let's see if I can get this. Jeez. The timing to hit those triggers is definitely a bit of a challenge. And it's like if you screw up, the meter doesn't keep going the same speed either. If you screw up, it slows down, so it screws up your rhythm. 6th place, jeez. Oof. Alright, let's see if I can fare off a little bit better in the next event. Maybe not. Slalom was never one of my strong suits in this game. The next event, though, bobsleigh, that's a good one. Just check the controls for this one again. So speeds up, and A is to shoot sharp turns. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Oh! Still counts, even though I'm probably in last place because of that, but I'm not disqualified yet. Oh, crap! Crap. Ooh, sweet. Got some sharp turning skills. Oh, come on, I went through there. Got a second attempt at least. Or not. Apparently you get disqualified and there is no second attempt. Now this is great. So this one is about rapidly button pressing A and B, alternating between the two buttons, and hitting the L button to launch one of the guys into the bobsleigh when their meter fills. However, if you just like lodge them all in without pushing the buttons, they all just like completely fail at getting in. Like they'll constantly like fail at just trying to jump in, then they start like kind of dragging their bodies along as it keeps going down. I'll actually try to do that part later on. Let me see if I can try to do this the legit way first, and if I fail, I'll do it in the trial mode later for a good laugh. Love those cardboard cutout characters in the back there too. Alright, let's see if I still have the skills for this. Yeah, not bad. This is probably one of my favorite events in the game. This was the one I enjoyed definitely most. I had this one down pat to the point where I could beat the world record without any issues. But that's most definitely not going to happen now. Yeah, did not do well at all. And the thing is, the game is extremely unforgiving. And they wanted to really convey the sense of you're competing in an Olympics. So the slightest wrong turn or the slightest wrong move will totally screw you up. The K120, so there's two of them. There's a K90 and a K120. And what was interesting is that the controls and the mechanics are totally different between both events, when realistically the only difference is actually the distance in reality. Yeah, let's see if I got this.
We'll now start our second day of the competition with the ski jumping K120 individual first attempt.
Okay, let's see. Oh crap!
We have to wait for a while until the competition restarts again.
He's still going.
Second attempt.
Alright, let's try it again, even though I'm now in dead last for sure.
Amazing takeoff. Oh, we lost his balance on the landing.
Whew.
He just scored 95.5.
Still dead last. Yeah, again, so the thing about this game is, I stressed it earlier, it really is an unforgiving game. But at the same time, it does make you try to get better and better at it. So that's the part where you just keep doing the trial mode and really try to grasp each event type until you feel confident enough to go into competition mode. This one I actually remember.
Snowboarding, half pipe. Now, start your performance. People hustle, yards down the course.
And didn't put the button done.
Balance there. Back twist. Oh my goodness! He loses his balance there.
Ah.
Oh my God! Alley, Ricky, 540. Maybe he was trying too much there.
Yeah, the thing with this, it's like you have to anticipate the meter, so it shows you different ranks. Pressing a certain button, whether it's A, B, X, or Y, will change your trick type, and based on the rank is how difficult the trick is, and obviously you want to get it as close to rank D as possible, fall in that bracket so they can do the more difficult tricks, and pulling that off as fast as possible gets you the most points. If you do anything less than that, you're really not going to place anywhere well. So, again, part of the unfair nature of the game. Yeah, I'm getting like destroyed over here by the computer. And this was also released at a time when, you know, like this game, for example, there's not a whole lot of content. There's just the events that they have here. I think it's like maybe 10 events. And outside of that, that's really it. You could try to unlock the secret characters, but you know, when they were releasing this back then for $50, the only way they could have justified it back then, where you actually got your money's worth, was to make something that was just so difficult that you had to keep coming back and keep trying to get better and better at it. And that was much of how a lot of the older games were since back in the day of like the NES, for example. You know, games weren't long back then. They were actually just more about the challenge being there in terms of making you constantly repeat certain things for longevity and try to succeed in certain areas that you had more difficulties. Whereas nowadays games, it's, you know, if you screw up, it's okay. You get a participation trophy and keep moving along. So, Like, I'm complaining about the fact that I'm getting decimated in this game, but like I know it's because I'm totally screwing up and I totally suck right now at this game. Again, I did say there was a time I used to be good at it, but
Coming up first, we have number 15.
I didn't even pay attention to the buttons, so
Ready?
I think I got it.
Start. That's his first.
Whoops. Alright.
Go to the start. Ready? There, starting their run. Takeo Ina, the intermediate time, 7.75 seconds. Just finishing off the last break. The time was
Wow.
0.70 seconds.
Sweet. First place in that one. Oh, and if you don't have fast button tapping skills, better learn, because it's the only way you're going to succeed in this game. Finally, I actually placed in one of the events. Alright, what do we got here? So this is the K90, so this is the one that had the different control style. But this one I remember more often. I used to do this event more than the 120. Mainly because it was easier in the thumbs to not constantly press A and B alternatively. Now, if you have a turbo controller, that makes things a hell of a lot easier in this game.
We'll now start our third day of the competition.
I used to have one, actually. I don't know what happened to it.
K90 individual, first attempt. This is a great takeoff.
Ah, crap.
There, not a good landing, not a long flight as well. He just scored 34.0. Second attempt. Excellent takeoff. Oh, maybe it's not
Damn.
his day. He didn't do too well on his attempt either. He just scored 37.0.
Down to the last event. At least for the competition mode. Now there's two more events that they're not showcasing in the championship mode, or competition mode, however you want to call it. Actually, competition is for two-player. For the championship mode. And that's curling and figure skating. So figure skating in here only is for the women. Curling is for both, I believe, but for some reason they don't make it part of the rotation for the championship mode.
It's the final event. Next up is
Konami. Oh, Konami. Alright, let's see if I can get this one done without getting disqualified. This is one of my other favorite events, mainly because this one gives you freedom of movement.
He's now heading for a great curve. Better be careful now. The intermediate time was 34.14 seconds. He can still go for a medal. Watch it. He's heading for the great curve. He's now heading for a great curve now.
Oh, crap. Yeah, metal's gone now. Into a dead halt. Gosh, I can't believe I had the patience to actually beat this back then. And get a gold medal and everything. Whew. Then again, I also had the patience to beat Contra Shattered Soldier, another Konami game, on the PS2 without dying once the entire game, just like Nick the True Ending. Ask me to do that nowadays? Forget about it.
The time was 1 minute, 34.16 seconds. He is now in fourth. He's now heading for a great curve. Better be careful now. Just finishing off the last straight. Just completed his run. The time was 1 minute.
What place did I get? Ah, alright. I actually placed the medal. Still dead last. Just hang your head in shame, dude. Can I skip this? Nope. Gotta watch it. Oh, there we go. All right, so I'll show you guys a few more things that the game did have back then. So we have the trial mode, so we can actually see the other events. So, like I said, the only two that we did not showcase in the championship mode were curling and figure skating. Yeah, figure skating, I have a gold medal in that. That's actually probably the easiest thing. If you know how to play DDR, you can play figure skating. So, let's see. Bobsleigh, I'll quickly show you guys what happens if you royally screw up.
Ladies and gentlemen. 3, 2, 1.
Go guys, go! Go, go, go! Oh, I can't get in there! Oh, Jesus! Oh, that's rich. Yeah, let's get disqualified in this one. They were doing so well up until there? Yeah, I don't think so. Alright. Let's do the other two events quickly, just so you guys, again, get a sampling of everything the game does have to offer, basically. Alright, so let's see. Curling. I never understood how to play this. Like I said, I understand the concept of the sport, but as far as the mechanics, I was never great at this one. So I'm actually really happy that they never put this in the championship mode to really screw with you. Alright. I don't remember how to play this, so I'm just going to wing this one. Really? Like a freaking first try, dude. So yeah, you get the point. Basically, you just have to get your thing over there into the circle, and clearly the computer is way ahead by just getting the dead center already. Alright, so the last thing I'll show you guys is figure skating.
Ladies and gents, will now begin the figure skating. Isabella Rivera from Italy. Isabella Rivera from Italy. As the scores are very...
Yeah, so not my finest effort on that one. So yeah, I mean, that's basically everything the game has to offer. I mean, it's 10 events to play as both men and women from a variety of nations, and I mean, yeah, it's not a lot of content, no question. But much like Smashing Drive was for me, this was another one of those guilty pleasures. That again, for the $10, if you have friends to play this with, it's a lot more enjoyable. Just because if you're a fan of like international track and field, similar thing where going against buddies with this is hysterical. Just because everybody's trying to figure out how to play it. So there you have it, guys. This is ESPN International Winter Sports 2002 for the Nintendo GameCube. It was also on the PlayStation 2 and original Xbox. If you're a fan of track and field type games, this is definitely one to look into. It's hard as hell, but it's rewarding at the same time when you can actually pull it off. And if you have buddies to play this with, it's a blast. And if you enjoyed, definitely hit that like button down below. Comment your thoughts. If you ever played the game, let us know. And if you have any questions about the game, definitely let us know. I'd be more than happy to answer that. And as always, everyone, hit the subscribe button down below. The more subscribers we have, the more content we're more than happy to get out to you guys to watch. And as always, everyone, game on.